Hello, my name is Sebastian Fernandez, and this is my submission for writing assignment number 4. I would like to note that I am still slightly sick, which explains the hoarseness in my voice. So for this assignment, we looked at the two examples of the crime prevention techniques. One was under Kirkhold, and the other was under Safer Cities. Under Kirkhold, or actually under Safer Cities, the British government used a funding techniques to provide access to various different crime prevention groups to have different projects. And it was essentially made up of 20 different projects spanning 1988. And the goal of this was to reduce crime and also the fear of crime. The program had 4 different components. One of them was the coordinator. The other was the police. They also had agency representatives and a steering committee. They were designed to identify and then implement preventative actions in each community that was unique to the community. And this was made up of neighborhood watch groups, targeted hardening, property marking, and other signs and usages of the media. Now, if we contrast this to the Kirkhold example, it was just one community that was utilized in Manchester, England. It was made up of about 2,200 homes, and what was very interesting about the selection of this community was that it was a high-risk area, and so it was seen as the area that could have the greatest improvement. They started with this Cocoon Neighborhood Watch program, which improved physical security and utilized security surveys. So the comparison between the two programs would be that Kirkhold and the Safer Cities both utilized a survey style or qualitative studies. For Kirkhold specifically, they used a lot of interviews with participants as well as additional data that they were receiving from victims. So they both had the same style. The contrast would be that while Safer Cities had 20 projects, the Kirkhold one only was within one city. So I would say that both were successful because they both had a reduction in repeat victimization. And this was due to physical designs and social efforts. Biggest one being that both utilized the either social efforts of the community working together or were utilizing like the media itself to help with crime prevention in the case of Safer Cities. And I would say that for Safer Cities, there was an issue, even though that crime, or specifically burglary, was reduced in some areas. There was some spots that it was not fully addressed or reduced. Part of this was because of a social issue of lost causes. And so some of these steering committees were deemed as being a little too passive when it came to preventing crime. A way to prevent this would be to develop certain metrics that would incorporate the whole community rather than just focusing on easy locations. They would have to, in order to have funding approved for these programs within neighborhood watch groups or other agencies and steering committees, will be to have it where a certain metric would have to be met. And this metric will be measured against crime prevention to ensure that the area itself was being surveyed and properly utilized to prevent crime.